Welcome back to the MKELoL tournament, where we have two games going on still, and some time to discuss what happened in our first game between NA Sellswords and the Calabash Brothers.
Yeah, that was a very interesting. It very much snowballed to the side of Sellswords after a while, and then after what time was it? After a while, it just kind of.
We'd like to take a second to thank our sponsor, Tier 1 Gaming.
Looking for a lively environment that offers the latest consoles with large monitors and comfortable seating? Then Tier 1 Gaming Lounge is the place for you. They offer high-end computer and video game rentals by the hour, in addition to food and drink in their cafe. Tier 1 Gaming also offer computer and phone repair. They are located on 4350 South 27th Street, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Opening soon. Be sure to check them out in the description below. So,
Very good.
we're going.
Welcome back to the MKELoL tournament, where we have two games going on still, and some time to discuss what happened in our first game between NA Sellswords and the Calabash Brothers.
Yeah, that was a very interesting. It very much snowballed to the side of Sellswords after a while, and then after what time was it? After a while, it just kind of became more and more apparent that Sellswords was going to win that, especially when Kindred kind of walked out a couple times, got absolutely nuked by Ari and Ezreal and team.
And if we go back and discuss the bans, you can see that Calabash Brothers knew what they were trying to do. They were trying to stop that mid from getting a very good, strong assassin role. As LeBlanc, I would imagine that the Ari player would have just immediately built up stacks on whatever they needed in one.
Yeah,
hard.
LeBlanc would I'm blanking on his summoner name, but their the Sellsword's mid was very competent. He was very good at what he was doing, which was he was moving around. He knew how to dash around as Ari, and he knew how to get around and hit people with Ari shots. And they really took at that if they had to do that again, I feel like they would have banned Ari first, because she's definitely stronger right now than LeBlanc, even though LeBlanc and Zed have a much more outplay potential. I think they wanted to keep him on something not as outplayable, because both LeBlanc and Zed definitely have a higher skill cap, but for sure they couldn't have, I don't know if they could have seen that Ari coming.
Oh goodness, no, that was.
And they got rid of Draven too.
An excellent pick.
That was an interesting. I did like the. I was a little interested in the Yas ban there though by Sellswords. I believe they banned Yasuo, because I think maybe if that mid laner was only playing Yas or something, I'm not sure, but I don't know if he was really a ban worthy champion there. I feel like Kindred was definitely a force at the beginning of that game. They just shut her down, but they could have banned Kindred, which would have made things, I think, a little more easier on them, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, that early game with Kindred moving around the map a lot was helpful to her team, to their team, and she was really getting champions down low, but wasn't able to close.
Yeah.
There were a couple moments where they stuck around, where Calabash Brothers stuck around too long in a situation where they had won the fight but weren't able to close out. So that hurt them terribly.
Yes. I'd also like to kind of talk about how who is it? Kindred was definitely farming at first, but she stopped farming, and that's where things went wrong. Kindred was like, I gotta make a play. It looked like Kindred was like, after Kindred died, trying to get Ezreal and Braum, or no, yeah, they tried that play and got Echo out of it, but then watched Vayne and Leona go down. I feel like Kindred after that was like, I got to make a play, and kept trying to make plays, but just was forcing it too much and wasn't building into what Kindred needed, which was farm. They needed to get into that Sated Devour and start doing a lot more. I just had the thought across my mind. It was someone I was going to talk about.
On which team?
It was. I don't remember. I had the player and I had the thing that I want to talk about. And I totally lost it.
Well, anyway, Braum, the plays that were coming from him, his ability to protect Ezreal, that support role was definitely lit well. He did a great job keeping a wall between any damage that was coming towards Ezreal and the source, and it helped a lot.
Yeah. Now I remember what I was going to talk about. So, what was also very apparent was Sellsword's objective control. Like, they took first dragon, they took Rift Herald, they took Baron, they took second dragon, and they took towers. Like, as a team, they saw they were like, okay, we're going to take this tower now, and they took it. Okay, back off, all converge, come to mid, take this tower. Okay, took that tower. And they just very methodically went through and took things as they wanted and went very objectively. And, like, when Vayne and I think Leona were bot at one point, their whole team was in just came and surprised them and took them down and took the tower. Like, it was points at that where you saw them coming together very well and objectively taking objectives together was a very key to their victory.
They were doing that from the first minute. They were together. They went and extended their vision out to the enemy's blue. They stayed together to get the buffs. They went to their lanes. They recognized the lane switch, and just kind of stayed passive long enough to get to allow Ezreal and Braum to try and take advantage of the lane switch that they had, instead of switching with